Welcome back to our Introduction to Dreamweaver series. We've come a long way in setting up our first website. The next thing that we're going to go ahead and do is take our basic design here and convert it into a template. And then we're going to use that template to create the various pages that are in our site. Now, there are numerous ways to deal with repeating and reusable content in web design. This is just one way. A Dreamweaver template is basically a model for a page. And once you save that template, you can reuse it over and over and over again to create as many pages very quickly as you need for your site. And then just edit the content that's going to be custom to that page. For example, in our site here, we are going to have, we're going to go ahead and have 5 different pages. An index page for home, an about page, an hours page, a location page, and a menu page. So we need 5 pages in our website. Now, one way to do this is simply going to File, Save As, and saving each page with a different name. For instance, I could go to Save As and say this is index.html, and then do Save As again and save it as about.html, and then do the same thing for hours, location, and menu. And that'll essentially use this page model as the template to create each one of your other pages. Now, that works for very small sites. For instance, if we were actually doing this and we just had 5 pages, that might work for us. But templates have several advantages over doing that. The first advantage of a template is that it speeds things up for you. Once you've created the template, every time you create a new page, you just select that template and it's used for that page. The second thing that it allows you to do is quickly update your page. In this case, the template's common areas are going to be this top row, my banner right here, my title row, the menu column, and the footer. So these common areas should be the same on every single page. If I come along and let's say I change this banner picture here, I will have to make a change on every one of my pages. And again, since we just have 5 pages here, that won't be too bad. But if we had 20 or 30 pages in our website, that would take some time. If you base your site off of a template, if you make a change to the template, that template change is going to automatically update all the pages that were based on that template. So for example, in our example, if I make this into a template and then create our 5 site pages based on that template and then change this banner picture, that change will flow into all of the other pages. Another advantage of using templates is that it adds to consistency. Again, in our example, we just have 5 pages, so it should be fairly easy to keep the common areas of the template looking the same. But if we had, again, 20 or 30 pages in our site, we may forget or minorly change the way we do something, and our pages are going to look a little bit different. We want to try and avoid that. So again, templates speed up the creation of your pages, they speed up editing your pages, and they also enable you to have a consistent design across your site. Now you can have more than one template for a site. You can actually have as many templates as you want. So if some pages are based on a certain layout in your site and another group of pages is based on another layout, you could save 2 templates. Now, we just talked about the common areas, which in this case are this header information here, the menu, and the footer. But we also have a content area right here. And that content area is going to change on every single page. I want the menu to remain the same, but I want to be able to customize this here. So what we need to do before we convert this into a template is we need to insert an editable region around this content so that Dreamweaver knows that on the individual pages you want to be able to customize this area. Once we've inserted that editable region, we can then save the template and create our pages based on that template. So we're going to go ahead, and the first thing I'm going to do in converting this into a template is again highlighting the content in this area. I'm then going to go to the Insert menu and I'm going to select Template Objects. And you're going to see there's 3 different types of regions you can insert into a template here. We're going to choose the first one, Editable Region. When you do that, you're going to get a little warning here. It's going to say Dreamweaver will automatically convert this document to a template. And that's actually what we wanted to do, so that's a good thing. You could check Don't Show Me This Message Again if you don't want this warning to appear. I'll now go ahead and click OK. Now it's going to ask me to name this editable region. And since my editable region is in this content area here, I'm just going to go ahead and name it Content. It should be just a one-word simple name describing what's in that editable region. And I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And you're going to see that the content that I highlighted is now encased in this teal colored box. And the name of the editable region is in the upper left-hand corner. And again, you can always tell what's an editable region because of this teal box with the border around it. So when we save this as a template, we'll be able to modify this information here, but nothing else. Now, if there are other areas that you want to be able to edit, you just insert more editable regions. For example, let's say that I want an editable region down at the bottom of this menu, maybe to add like notes or whatever. I'm going to go ahead and click to the right of that and hit Enter. And you can see where my cursor is. I'm going to go ahead now and go to Insert, Template Objects, and Editable Region. Again, it's going to give me this warning. I'll click OK there. And I'm going to go ahead and name this one Menu, because that's in the menu bar. When I click OK, you're going to see that editable region is inserted right down there on the bottom. So you won't be able to edit anything up here on the page, but you will be able to edit anything you place in this area here. In the case of our content region right here, it didn't actually place the name of the editable region in the content because we already had some text highlighted. Here, it went ahead and put that in there for you. You don't really need it. I could hit delete if I wanted to, or I could go ahead and type anything I want there, like insert text here. So now I have an unsaved template with 2 editable regions inside of it. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to File, and I'm going to click Save. When I do that, it's going to bring up this Save As Template dialog box. And I'm going to go ahead and save this as Main. And again, you just want a one-word, simple, short, descriptive name for your template. I'll go ahead and click Save. It's going to ask me if I want to update my links. Yes, I do. And this is now a template. And you're going to see in the upper left-hand corner on our Page tab, it's changed the name to main.dwt. You can always tell what's a Dreamweaver template by looking at the extension, DWT. If I go to Files here, you're also going to see that I have a new folder in my site called Templates that wasn't there before. And if I click the plus sign to the left of Templates, there's my main template right there. So now I can go ahead and delete this model right here by right-clicking on it, going to Edit and choosing Delete, and yes. And I'm now ready to go ahead and create my pages based on my template.